The Green Bay Packers are making moves in the offseason, and the departure of linebacker Quay Walker to the Las Vegas Raiders raises both questions and opportunities for the franchise. Walker's exit, sealed with a 3-year, $30 million contract, may sting, but it also brings a silver lining, a compensatory pick in the 2027 NFL Draft. As fans, we must navigate the bittersweet reality of losing a player who, despite mixed reviews, was a significant contributor on the field. Quay Walker's tenure with the Packers was a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. Statistically, he left his mark with over 100 tackles each season and earned the respect of his teammates as a captain last year. Yet, it's fair to say that his performances were inconsistent, and there were moments when his decision-making was called into question. Still, it's hard to overlook the fact that he was a durable player who took on a substantial workload when healthy. The Packers now face the challenge of filling his shoes, and the urgency of that task is palpable. In response to Walker's departure, Green Bay has made a strategic move by acquiring Zaire Franklin from the Indianapolis Colts just before free agency kicked off. Franklin, who has shown promise, will step into the linebacker role, but there's no denying that the depth at this position is precarious. Beyond Jaron Cooper, Franklin, and Isaiah McDuffie, the Packers are treading into uncertain waters. The linebacker core may give us pause, especially as we look toward the future and the looming 2026 season. Recognizing the need for long-term planning, the Packers are clearly aiming to develop young talent. Their recent decision to invite Louisiana linebacker Jaden Duggar for a top 30 visit speaks volumes about their commitment to scouting prospects who can bolster their roster. Standing at 6'4" and 240 pounds with an impressive 4.5-second 40-yard dash time, Duggar is intriguing. His accolades include first-team All-Sun Belt honors, 125 tackles, and 4 sacks last season, all of which suggest he could be a valuable asset. Duggar's standout performance at the East-West Shrine Bowl caught the attention of scouts, and while he may not be projected to go higher than the 7th round, the Packers could find themselves with a gem if they decide to take a leap of faith on him. The reality is this: in a league that prizes versatility and athleticism, Duggar fits the mold. He could emerge as one of those coveted undrafted free agents who slips through the cracks, only to shine brightly once given the chance. As we analyze the landscape of the Packers' linebacker situation, it becomes increasingly clear that these decisions are not just about filling immediate gaps. They reflect a broader strategy of building a sustainable roster. The team must strike a balance between immediate needs and long-term vision. The departure of Walker may feel like a loss, but it's also an opportunity to recalibrate and infuse new talent into the lineup. With players like Franklin and the potential addition of Duggar, the Packers are positioning themselves to maintain competitive depth that could pay dividends in the coming seasons. As fans, we must remain vigilant and supportive as this transition unfolds. The Packers have always been a franchise that thrives on resilience and adaptability. Now, it's time to see if they can harness that spirit as they move forward. Transitioning from this linebacker discussion, let's now take a look at how the Packers are navigating the quarterback situation in a league that is more challenging than ever. The decisions made here could set the tone for the entire upcoming season, and you won't want to miss what's on the horizon. The Green Bay Packers find themselves at a pivotal crossroads in their quest to solidify the cornerback position, and the urgency is palpable. Despite the offseason additions of Benjamin St. Just and the tendering of Kamal Hadden, the reality is that the team cannot afford to rest on its laurels. With Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine both entering contract years and poised to hit free agency next offseason, the stakes couldn't be higher. Valentine, in particular, is on shaky ground. His struggles with tackling have raised eyebrows, and he has earned a reputation as a player who has dropped critical interceptions, including 3 last season. The arrival of St. Just poses a real threat to Valentine's starting spot, and with every passing day, the competition intensifies. Meanwhile, Kamal Hadden is in recovery mode following a broken tibia and fibula, and his potential return from mandatory minicamp remains uncertain. This situation calls for decisive action from the front office if they want to shore up a secondary that has shown vulnerabilities. Enter Chris Johnson, the standout cornerback from San Diego State, who recently confirmed a meeting with the Packers via Zoom. Johnson is a name that should ignite excitement among Packers fans. He's not just another prospect. He's a rising star, boasting an impressive athletic profile with a 9.82 relative athletic score at 6 foot and 194 pounds. His combination of size, speed, and agility makes him a formidable candidate, particularly for a team that has placed a premium on defensive versatility. If the Packers are looking to bolster their cornerback core with the 52nd pick, Johnson fits the bill perfectly. His athleticism is off the charts. He clocked a 4.44-second 40-yard dash, jumped 38 inches vertically, and executed a 10 feet 6 inches broad jump. But it's not just his physical prowess that stands out. His skills in zone coverage, coupled with the ability to play man-to-man, are critical for a defense that often faces high-octane offenses. Johnson is not just a willing tackler. He's a physical presence on the field who excels as a run defender. In his senior season, Johnson had a breakout campaign that will make any scout take notice. He set career highs across the board: tackles for loss, interceptions, and pass breakups. His accolades include being named Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year, as well as earning first-team All-MWC and second-team All-American honors. With 49 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack for interceptions, 2 of which were returned for touchdowns, 9 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble over just 11 games, he has demonstrated that he could be a game-changer. His figures speak volumes: a 5.6% missed tackle rate and a staggering 16.1 passer rating allowed. These numbers alone should have the Packers' front office on high alert. Johnson's college career totals further solidify his status as a coveted prospect: 152 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 6 interceptions, 2 pick sixes, 14 pass breakups, and 5 forced fumbles over 47 games. He's consistently demonstrated scheme versatility, showing the ability to adapt to various defensive schematics, an essential quality for a team that thrives on adaptability. The analysis of Johnson reveals a player who is not merely athletic, but also technically sound. He mirrors receiver releases adeptly, transitions smoothly during route breaks, and plays with discipline, avoiding the grab-and-maul tactics that plague many college corners. His footwork and technique allow him to stay tight to routes, and his approach to the catch point is aggressive yet controlled. Johnson's tackling style is tenacious, allowing him to end plays decisively, which is something the Packers desperately need in their secondary. As fans, we must recognize the implications of bringing in a talent like Chris Johnson. Not only could he fill an immediate need, but he could also evolve into a cornerstone of the Packers' defense for years to come. With the right coaching and development, Johnson is projected to be more than just a starter. He has the potential to become a plus starter, a player who can elevate the entire unit. As the Packers navigate this offseason, the decisions they make regarding their cornerback situation will be critical. The potential drafting of a player like Chris Johnson could be a turning point, a move that signifies a commitment to strengthening the roster and preparing for the challenges that lie ahead. The question now is whether they will seize the moment. Stay tuned as we delve into the next crucial development concerning the Packers' offseason strategy. As the Green Bay Packers navigate a tumultuous offseason, they find themselves at a crucial crossroads ahead of the 2026 NFL Draft. With significant departures and a roster that's in need of reinforcements, the question now is how they will fill the gaps left by key players who have moved on. The offseason has not been kind to the Packers. They've seen notable names leave, including wide receiver Romeo Doubs and center Elgton Jenkins, to name just a few. Each departure contributes to a growing list of concerns that must be addressed if the Packers hope to remain competitive in the NFC. The loss of linebacker Quay Walker and pass rusher Rashawn Gary, in particular, raises alarms about the defensive depth that was once a hallmark of this franchise. And let's not overlook the departure of quarterback Malik Willis and offensive tackle Rashid Walker. These are not just roster spots. These are key roles that require immediate attention. Despite the exodus, General Manager Brian Gutekunst has made some notable moves to bolster the roster. The signing of cornerback Benjamin St-Juste and defensive tackle Javon Hargrave aims to infuse some much-needed talent, while the addition of return specialist Guy Moore could provide a spark in special teams. Furthermore, trading for linebacker Zaire Franklin from the Indianapolis Colts shows a commitment to strengthening the defense. Yet, the reality is stark. The Packers have lost more than they've gained, and it's clear that additional strategic acquisitions are paramount. Among the most pressing needs is the secondary, where the Packers have struggled to find consistent playmakers. According to Nick Baumgartner of The Athletic, Green Bay is projected to use their number 52 pick in the upcoming draft to select a defensive back. The name being floated? D'Angelo Pons, a standout from Indiana who played a pivotal role in leading the Hoosiers to a national championship victory in 2025. Though some may criticize him for being undersized, Pons has demonstrated an ability to perform at a high level, often overshadowing his physical limitations with sheer determination and skill. Pons is exactly the type of player that could provide the Packers with a long-term solution in the secondary. His experience and playmaking ability could help fill the void left by the departing cornerbacks. While it's true that he might not be an instant star in the NFL, his potential to contribute in a rookie role cannot be overlooked. The Packers need someone who can step in, adapt quickly, and make an impact, especially in a division that is becoming increasingly competitive. The urgency of the situation cannot be understated. If the Packers want to see themselves as serious Super Bowl contenders in 2026, they must act decisively. The draft is a critical opportunity to reshape a roster that has been weakened by departures. Adding a top-tier coverage cornerback like Pons could not only shore up the defense, but also send a strong message to the league that the Packers are committed to returning to prominence. As we look ahead to the draft, the focus must be on making smart, impactful choices that address these glaring weaknesses. The Packers have the potential and the history to bounce back, but they need to be strategic, aggressive, and insightful in their decision-making. So, as we wrap up this discussion, we want to hear from you, the fans. What do you think about the Packers' offseason moves and their potential draft strategy? Will Pons be the answer to their secondary woes? Subscribe to stay updated on all things Green Bay Packers, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters as we navigate this pivotal moment in Packers history together.